Hi everybody, I'm Hub Arkush for Pro Football Weekly, and we're here to preview the NFL Game of the Week for Week 7 of the 2012 season. To do that, we welcome in Associate Editor Arthur Arkush. Arthur covers the AFC South and the homestanding Houston Texans, who will be taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And our Senior Editor Mike Wilkening covers the AFC North and the Ravens. And Wilkie, we've got to start with you, obviously, because the Ravens, it seems like the world turned last Sunday with those injuries, and that's going to be a big part of the story of this game.
Yeah, they were struggling on defense before the injuries to Ray Lewis and Ladarius Webb, and I think the big injury is to Ladarius Webb because he was playing like one of the better corners in the league this whole season. Now he put Jimmy Smith in the lineup. You've got Kerry Williams opposite of him. They were having a hard time stopping the pass with Ladarius Webb in the lineup. With him out of the lineup, it's a real problem, guys.
Now, Arthur, the Houston Texans played their first ever Sunday night game of the week on network TV. Had the Green Bay Packers in town last Sunday. I was actually on the sidelines for that game for Dow Global Radio, and it struck me that the moment was a little too big for the young and inexperienced Texans. The sideline was frenetic. They didn't seem ready. They got embarrassed. Now, they've got to bounce back this week. Are they ready to do it?
I think they're going to be ready to do it. This will be the first time this season where they now have something to prove after kind of coasting through the soft opening part of the schedule. I think that they should be prepared for a game like this. They know the Ravens well. They've actually never beaten them before. But again, I think they're going to be in a good position to bounce back. They're going to have to get pressure on Joe Flacco. They're going to have to shore some things up in the secondary. And perhaps most importantly, they're going to have to slow down Ray Rice without, of course, Brian Cushing in the middle of that defense.
Well, I was going to say, the Texans suffered their own life-changing injury a week before by losing Brian Cushing. Tim Dobbins stepped in. Didn't matter much. They were in nickel more than they were in their regular package anyway. But Dobbins ends the game without a single tackle, assist, or play. How much did they miss Brian Cushing?
I think they did miss him for sure. I don't know how much of the greatness of Aaron Rodgers he would have been able to prevent in the end, but surely we saw the safety struggle there on the back end. Tom Crabtree got loose on a long touchdown that it looked like Glover Quinn was responsible for. So he was stepping into a role sort of on the backside in the box that Brian Cushing would normally fill. So they missed him. He's an emotional leader. They have to move on, and they expect much, much better this weekend.
You know, Mike, one of the things that's been missing in the analysis on the Baltimore Ravens has been right there on the front page. Nobody's talking about it. They became an offensive-based team earlier this year anyway. Now, the Houston Texans, one of the most explosive offenses in the league. Will Houston be able to overcome the problems on defense by getting into a shootout here?
You know, I think they will be able to. I would not count Baltimore out in this game. And look, you've still got the presence of Ray Lewis, the leadership. I mean, you're going to miss him on the field, certainly, but you know, there's a lot of leadership in that room. And this is a team I don't think you necessarily want to count out. And I think a reason you don't count them out, like you mentioned, how that offense has been outstanding. It has been the engine that has kind of carried this team to 5-1. I think they're going to be able to make plays on Houston. I think they're going to fight Houston all the way to the end here.
All right, now you don't get away with that because it's prediction time. You think they're going to fight to the end. Wilkie, you're first. What's going to happen in the end?
Well, Bob McNair's in the horse business. The Texans by a nose. It's going to be very close. They get them on the wire, but the Ravens fight them to the end.
I'm in a similar boat. I think the Texans will finally get the upper hand on the Ravens. I expect it to be close, but again, they have something to prove. I expect them to get off the snide and get back to their winning ways.
All right, I'm not doing the broadcast, so I get to make a pick here. I'm going to go further than you guys. I think this is where the Houston Texans explode onto the national scene. I think the loss of Ray Lewis mentally, more than physically, is something the Ravens are going to need a couple weeks to overcome, so make it the Texans big in this one. That does it for our preview of the Week 7 Game of the Week here at Pro Football Weekly. For all the best in news, notes, and analysis, everything you need to enjoy pro football, ProFootballWeekly.com is where you want to be.